Hey, it's Killer, and today I will be reviewing Haven Call of the King. I will only be having pictures for a while because I do not have a webcam, as you guys know in the last videos, if you watched them. Anyways, on to the review. Haven Call of the King is for the PS2. It is a game that has a bunch of variety. It's from Midway, which which automatically know is gonna end on the cliffhanger, and it's not gonna have a sequel, aka Psyops. Um, Midway has this thing going on with them. Well, they make good games, very good games, and then they have zero to no publicity, and they suck. Well, and then they don't get any publicity, and they don't get sequels because no one bought them, because no one heard of them. Anyways, on to the review. Of course, from the title, you play as a kid named Haven, who is basically an orphan. He's an inventor. He's a whiz kid. You end up in the cutscene. You see him working on his spell of talent, which you end up meeting throughout the way, throughout the game. And from that point on, we go into. He realizes he's late for slave duty, and he goes to work. Um, the thing is, they don't pay them in money. They pay them in katana, cantina. I forgot what it's called. It's basically the antidote for this world because um, the bad guy, the supreme ruler, decided to poison the world, and you need this antidote to survive. So you basically work to live. Um, he only has one friend because everyone kind of stays away from him because he's a little eccentric. Um, so you kind of see what's going on with him, and you go to the mines, and this his friend Chaz. Again, I was able to play it. I forgot a lot of it, but I'm going off memory here. The next review will be more professional. I'm just testing this out. Um, you kind of you see her being harassed by these guards. And being the hero he is, he asks what's going on, and they start shooting at him, and causes mind collapse. Um, you get out, you wake up, and you realize she's been missing. She's been kidnapped. So you go off of this quest to save her. There's many different types, excuse me, of gameplay here. You have the running around, the action. He doesn't use guns. What he even does is he invented this thing called a mag ball, and you use it to. It's a yo-yo basically. You use it to fight the enemies. You use it to grind off of. Um, you can add attributes to it, where you can use it as a gun, and you basically just start on this adventure with a yo-yo. I kind of thought that was cool. You didn't have big, huge guns on this adventure. You were a kid who invented stuff for a living. Um, well, in his free time. And there was many different aspects to it. Like, there was jetpack sections, there was rail shooter sections, driving sections, collectibles. You have to collect feathers and cogs in certain levels to get access to things. Like for the feathers, you use those to call talent for, so you can do something to progress the story, like give you a jetpack or get you to this higher area. And cogs are used to create machinery and get them to work. Um, One of the other things about this game is, besides the variety of it, it has a really good story. It's kind of cliched at first, but you get used to it. You get used to the characters. You start to feel for Haven. You start to unravel the past and what's going on between him and the city and the world, and realize he's basically the last hope. He is sent on this quest um, to save the world. And the one downside I say to this game is it's somewhat linear, and I mean it's not linear, but it's even with as much variety as there is, there were some levels, some things they didn't really work out that well. They're playable, they're fun, but you don't want to do them over and over again. That and the game ends on such a bad cliffhanger that it kind of deteriorates from the value. It's kind of like the PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy, if I played it. You go through this whole game just to end on this massive cliffhanger. And it's bad, but then again, it's a good game nonetheless. Right now I'm working on something new. You get to see an audio and picture for me, and I forgot to check the time, see when I started this. So I don't know how short this review is or how long this review is. So I'm gonna stop it here. Actually, because like I said, this is a test. I will say to go buy this game. You can probably find it for $4.99. The plot's somewhat cliched. The katana thing, the katana, well, the antidote, it slowly deteriorates throughout the level. Throughout the game. So you need to collect it, and on some parts, they give you a lot, but you're so busy doing stuff that if you go to get it, you're gonna die either way. They could have worked better on a couple of those points, because it started getting somewhat repetitive, especially in the hoverboard races. If you go in low, not knowing you're going into one, you can't exit out, so you're basically screwed. But like I said, that's a downside. It's a cliffhanger ending. Overall, though, it's a good game. The card collecting and the feather collecting can get a little boring, but it doesn't happen that often. And it's a story mission based objective. So like you have a bunch of objectives, Ratchet and Clank style, Jak and Daxter style. Well, not really Jak and Daxter, but you know. Anyways, stopping now because I don't even know if I'm anywhere near 10 minutes. I'm gonna say I'm about 7 to 8 minutes in, but I am Ryu Kazakura. I am done for now, and hopefully if this works, you'll hear more from me in a more professional tone.